If you're receiving CPP or OAS this month, mark February 25th on your calendar right now, because that date is not just a regular payment day. It is the day thousands of Canadian retirees are set to receive what many are calling a double deposit. And if you haven't confirmed your account details yet, the window to make sure everything is in order is closing fast. Welcome. My name is Joseph, and this is Canada Pension Guide, the channel dedicated to helping Canadian retirees navigate the pension system with clarity, confidence, and zero confusion. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, because we break down exactly what's happening with your money every single month. Now, February 25th. Let's talk about what's actually happening on that date, why it matters more than usual this month, and most importantly, whether your 2.0% cost of living increase is already reflected in what you're about to receive. Because here's what many retirees often overlook. There is a specific adjustment window that Service Canada uses to apply annual increases to your benefit amount. And if your direct deposit information was not current before that window closed, or if your My Service Canada account shows a discrepancy in your registered address or banking details, your payment could be delayed or worse, processed at the wrong amount. We're going to come back to exactly how to check that in a few minutes. Stay with me, because this part matters. There's also something called the T4A slip that a lot of people receive in February and set aside without reviewing it carefully. That slip contains information that directly affects how your pension income is reported and taxed. We'll cover what to look for on it before you file anything this year. So let's build the foundation first. Canada Pension Plan payments and old age security payments do not always land on the same date. But in certain months, and February is one of them, the scheduled payment dates align closely enough that many recipients see both deposits arrive within the same 1 to 2 day window. That's where the phrase double deposit comes from. It's not a government bonus. It's not a special program. It is simply the natural overlap of two separate benefit schedules happening to fall near one another in the same month. For February 2026, the CPP and OAS payment date is confirmed as February 25th. Both programs, same date. If you receive both, you may see two separate deposits arrive that day, one from each program. The amounts will be different. They are calculated separately, but the timing puts them together. Now, the 2.0% increase. This is the piece that has generated a lot of questions, and rightfully so. At the start of each year, both CPP and OAS benefits are adjusted to reflect changes in the cost of living. For 2026, that adjustment came in at 2.0% for OAS, based on the Consumer Price Index calculation that Service Canada uses. CPP post-retirement benefits received a similar adjustment. What that means in practical terms is that if you were receiving, for example, $1,000 per month in OAS at the end of 2024, you may now be eligible to receive approximately $1,020 per month beginning with your January 2026 payment, subject to your individual benefit calculation and any applicable clawbacks. And that word clawback is one we need to address directly, because it catches people off guard every single year. If your net annual income exceeds a certain threshold for 2026, that threshold sits at approximately $90,000. Your OAS benefit begins to be reduced through what the government calls the OAS recovery tax. Some people refer to it informally as the clawback. This is not a penalty. It is a legislated income testing mechanism. But it means that even if the 2.0% increase was applied to your base benefit, your net OAS payment may look different depending on where your income lands. If you are in that income range, it is worth reviewing your situation carefully, and we always recommend speaking with a qualified financial advisor or tax professional for guidance specific to your file. For the majority of OAS recipients, however, those whose income falls below that threshold, the 2.0% increase should already be reflected in the February 25th payment. If you received your January payment and did not notice an increase from December, that is worth flagging. Log into your My Service Canada account and review your payment history. The numbers should tell the story clearly. Now I want to pause here and ask you something directly, because this channel is built on community, not just content. I'd like to hear from you. Which province are you filing from, and has the cost of living affected your pension's purchasing power over the past year? Drop your province and your honest experience in the comments below. Write your province name and then tell us, has your pension kept up, fallen behind, or surprised you? Your response helps other retirees across the country understand what's happening in different regions, and it helps us know what topics to cover next. Now let's talk about the GIS, the Guaranteed Income Supplement, briefly, because some of you receiving OAS may also be eligible for GIS and may not realize it. GIS is an additional non-taxable monthly payment available to low-income OAS recipients. It is income tested, meaning it adjusts based on your annual income as reported on your tax return. If you did not file your taxes last year, your GIS may have been interrupted or reduced. That is one of the most common and most preventable issues we see. Filing your return, even if you had little or no income, is the single most important action you can take to protect your GIS entitlement. If you believe you may be eligible and have not yet applied, you can do so through Service Canada, and eligibility is subject to approval based on your income and residency. Let's also come back to that T4A slip I mentioned earlier. Your T4A, or in some cases your T4AP, for CPP specifically, will show the total pension benefits you received in 2024. This is the number that feeds into your tax return. Review it carefully before you or your tax preparer enters any numbers. Make sure the amount matches what you actually received. Errors are rare, but they do happen. And if there is a discrepancy, contacting Service Canada sooner rather than later gives you more time to resolve it before the filing deadline. Now, 3 clear steps you can take before or right after February 25th. Step 1. Log into your My Service Canada account at canada.ca and confirm that your direct deposit information is current. Check the banking details. Check the registered address. If anything is outdated, update it immediately. Payment misdirection caused by old banking information is entirely avoidable. Step 2. Review your T4A or T4AP slip when it arrives, or if you've already received it, pull it out and verify that the total matches your own records of what you received in 2024. If you receive both CPP and OAS, you may receive 2 separate slips. File both. Step 3. Compare your February 25th deposit to your December 2024 deposit. If the 2.0% increase has been applied correctly, your OAS payment should be modestly higher. If the numbers look exactly the same or lower than expected, log into your account, review your payment breakdown, and contact Service Canada if needed. Do not assume. Verify. Those 3 steps take less than 30 minutes, and they protect months of income. Here's what I want you to take away from today. The Canadian pension system is complex. The rules change, the dates shift, the calculations involve layers that are not always explained clearly. But you are not alone in navigating this. That's why this channel exists. February 25th is not a date to stress about. It is a date to be prepared for. You've done the right thing by being here, by asking questions, and by staying informed. That is what financially secure retirement looks like, not luck, not guesswork, but consistent, calm attention to the details that matter. If this video helped you understand something more clearly today, please give it a like. It helps other Canadian retirees find this information when they need it most. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Canada Pension Guide. Every week, we are here breaking down CPP, OAS, GIS, tax deadlines, payment schedules, and everything in between, so that you can move through retirement with your eyes open and your finances steady. This is Joseph. Thank you for trusting this channel with your time. We'll see you in the next one.